This video will be a brief review of unit conversions. If you're comfortable with unit conversions, you can probably go ahead and skip this video. But for those who would like a little bit of a review and some strategies, some tips on how to do unit conversions, please go ahead and watch this video. So we often need to convert between different units in analytical chemistry and in all areas of chemistry. And so let's say, for example, we know that 1 kilogram is about 2.2 pounds. There's more significant figures than that, but we'll just limit it to 2. And so that gives us a way to convert from pounds to kilograms. Now, if we have 1 kilogram, it's pretty straightforward to say 1 kilogram, we have 2.2 pounds. We can go back and forth between those. But when we have different numbers, we need to keep track of whether we need to multiply, divide, etc., etc. So let's do a specific example here. How many kilograms does a 200-pound person weigh? Well, so we know we have somebody who weighs 200 pounds. And all right, so that's our value that we have. And we want to get, our goal is we want it to be in kilograms. Let me go ahead and circle that in a different color, right? So this is our goal that we want. So we need something that lets us go from kilograms to pounds. So the way that I do this, and many people do this, is to create a fraction that's equal to 1, right? If we multiply by something that's equal to 1, we don't change the value at all, right? If we take 20 times 1, it's still 20. And we know that these two are equal to each other, so we can make a fraction equal to 1 if we say take 2.2 pounds over 1 kilogram. That's equal to 1. Once we cancel out the units, right? These are equivalent to each other. So if we multiply by a fraction that's equal to 1, then we don't change the value. We're just switching the units that it might be represented in. Okay, so how do we know which thing to put on the top and which thing to put on the bottom, though? Now, if I took this fraction that I have here and multiplied it, let's look at what will happen to the units. So our pounds here will multiply together, and the kilograms will still be there. And so we would get 200 times 2.2, which is like 400. Let me just do the math real quick. Pull out my calculator. All right, 200 times 2.2, 440. But the question to ask is, a number is never just a number, right? It always has units associated with it, with some exceptions. All right, and so we know these pounds multiplied together, so that would give us pounds squared, and the kilograms still there on the bottom. So we get 440 pounds squared over kilogram. That's not the unit we wanted, right? We wanted things in terms of kilograms. So we got this fraction upside down. That's the long and short of it. The other way to look at this and see if our answer makes sense is a kilogram, 1 kilogram is less than 1 pound, right? It takes 2.2 pounds to make a kilogram. So our number in kilograms should be smaller than our number in pounds. Whereas this fraction, the way we wrote it and multiplying it how we did, we got a number that's bigger, which means we did something wrong. Right, so this we can say, okay, this isn't right. So what we want to do instead is take our 200 pounds and flip our fraction around. We want our kilogram to be on the top and our 2.2 pounds on the bottom. And if we look at the units now, our pounds will cancel. So pounds divided by pounds cancels out, and we'll have kilograms left over. So what we need instead is 200 divided by 2.2. And that gives us 90.9. So a 200-pound person has a mass of 90.9 kilograms. Okay, so that's just a quick, simple example of unit conversions. These obviously can get much more complex. And you can often do unit conversions, and you will get to do unit conversions that involve multiple steps. Say converting from seconds to years or something like that. Again, this is a review. Hopefully this is familiar to you. You've done this many times already in other classes, but this is just a quick review and some tips on figuring out how to get the fraction right when you're thinking about unit conversions.